Absolutely, I'm ready with my chai. Can you just say bye? Bye.
Hey, let's think aloud on Radio Chutney. You're tuned in with me, RJ Himani, and I have the very fabulous, very gorgeous, very, very pretty as always. I mean, I've never seen her not look nice. Yami, how do you manage it? First, tell me that.
Let me tell you a secret. A great, fabulous hair and makeup team. Hair, makeup and wardrobe team. And then you're all set.
Oh, I mean, but sometimes even without makeup and...
Thank you, Himani. Thank you so much for kind words and such a warm welcome. And so are you. I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Fantastic. Now, I have to start by saying that your filmography has been very, very interesting. I last saw you, to be honest, in a Thursday. I was blown away because I did not see the trailer. I did not read anything about it. I just sat and saw. And, it was so nice to watch something without watching anything about it or reading anything about it. It's like, oh my God, I didn't even know this is going to happen. And Yami's doing something like this. So it was Uri, it was Dasvi, and now Lost. One-worded films, one theme, one aim.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you Bala also. Again, one.
Yeah. You are on a mission to do good films through massively relevant messages. Conscious decision or just happening?
No. Sorry. It's a conscious decision that it should keep happening. Yeah. So you have to put it out there somewhere, and I think a lot of patience has paid off, is paying off still. I'd still say work in progress. Yeah. And I was just like, please don't, I was like, I hope you're not thinking that in every film there's social message. With the next one that I'm going to be promoting, there is no social message. I would not want anyone to take that back home. That's also a thriller. Okay. But yeah, the whole idea is, Himani, that as an audience, I love watching different kind of films. I get super happy when I see a great performance or a great film. So as an actor, I can only do justice and be excited and give you different roles if I do the same thing as an actor. As an actor, I'm looking for these different stories, these different characters that allow me to be as real as Vidhi, or someone as extreme as Naina from A Thursday, or someone as dramatic as Pari from Bala, or so on and so forth. So I'm just happy that these opportunities rolled in and they came my way and I took them up.
Fantastic. Now, talking about Lost on ZEE5 Global, how was it working in the Lost, and what did you find during the course of this film for yourself professionally as well as personally?
Personally, when you're shooting a film, especially a film like Lost, we were shooting in real locations. Nothing was set, no background artist, all real crowd. And different locations. We would shift locations sometimes, 7-8 locations, or sometimes we're shooting in a room where there are 200 people. It's hot, it's humid, but you have to be okay. You have to be absolutely on your toes and be aware of the scene that you're going to be doing. So as an actor, the whole idea with every film that I do, especially a film like Lost, would be that am I growing somewhere? Am I nurturing myself? Am I owning my skills or not? Or am I doing the same thing? And the answer is, I think I feel that growth. I feel that I'm being nurtured and learning something new about my own ability or potential, or the fact that what more can be done, what better can be done with every film. And that's only possible when you work with certain directors with certain bent of mind. And I'm glad that Tony Das gave me Vidhi. Think of a crime reporter or reporter, you think, or cinematically talking, that's someone who's maybe loud, someone who's very projecting, their voice, or trying really hard to make a point. But no, I think this Vidhi, she was very subtle, she was very natural, just like anybody else walking down the road, but with a very strong mind, with a lot of courage. What you feel professionally goes hand in hand with what you feel personally. So if professionally I'm able to handle or find myself in a better place, that's because personally I'm in that state of mind to grasp it, to absorb it in me. So that's what I felt with Lost.
Nice. Very well put. Yeah, damn good answer. we have this little, like a little game, because it's called Lost. The series is Lost. I'm going to ask you like a couple of questions that you were lost in scenarios, and then you just have to answer that. Okay. Using the word lost. So, how do you cope when you're lost in this frenzy of social media?
I just say I don't. Yeah. So what I do is when I feel lost like that, I just log out for some time, and then I come back. And I think that's important because it's a habit.
Yeah.
It's quite addictive. You know, it's almost like you're waking up in the morning and the first thing we all need is our phone. Is it possible to have a morning without not looking at your phone? I like to try that on myself. I like doing these experiments on myself because getting addicted to or habitual of something, that thought just scares me. I don't know why. So I log out and I log in back.
Nice. Okay. What about getting lost in the paparazzi culture, especially like these early morning, late night flights or wherever? How do you cope with getting lost in that?
I think just say bye. Hi. Hi. That's it. I don't take all this very seriously, Himani. And you're right. You can get lost. It can get really consuming, and especially today. But I don't think I've ever projected myself as someone who has who needs paparazzi at everywhere I go, or I call them anywhere. No. If it's work, that's separate. If it's a professional engagement. But otherwise, no, I've kept, I think I like keeping that demarcation, and I prefer it that way. I prefer it. So it's just still hi and bye. I think even if there were no cameras, I would still be well dressed or dressed in an appropriate or a clean way, more than anything else. And because I don't like walking with this culture or with its pressure that I have to wear this because I'm going to airport. It's airport. It's a flight. Exactly. And I don't like being on the job all the time.
Finally, lost in films with good scripts or lost in film with good directors? Which one would you choose?
Good script. A good script will get a good director. You can't go very wrong with a good script. But with a really good director, of course, there can be scripts which probably were not there up to the mark. If it's a really good script, it'll happen. And actually, if you see my filmography, except for 2 directors, I've always worked with new, either first-time filmmakers or second-time filmmakers. And so I've always gone by script. I've always gone by the good films, I'm talking about, the good ones.
Yeah.
And by my gut of how I felt meeting a director. So, a good script.
Now that you spoke about that, from your filmography, I've just made this one up. Lost in translation, literally. You've done so many films, multilingual films. Which language apart from Hindi you found the easiest and loved working in?
First of all, every time I did a film which was not Hindi, you'd feel lost. You can feel lost. Because I was told you can just do lip sync and emote. Now, I don't know how to do that. The idea is very fascinating. Just say A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, but aise kaise? And but that's where the padhaku in me, I think, really helped me. And I used to mug up these lines thoroughly. There were even monologues and all. I used to be up till really late, till the time I was comfortable. So I think the easiest, comparatively, in terms of phonetically, was Kannada, and the hardest was Malayalam. Malayalam, I would just sit like this. That what are you talking? She would just say her line. I'm like, hold on. So to break down every letter phonetically and to write it in Hindi was quite a task, but good fun. I think I had a good time working in those languages, in those industries also. Very punctual, very would 7 o'clock call time means 7 o'clock call time. Everybody's ready with the tikka and the smell of fresh mogra flowers. I remember even the annas who would come pick us up or even for these catalog shoots that I used to back then travel 4 a.m. call time or 5 a.m. But they'd come, with, some morning bhajan playing in Tamil or whatever language, wherever I was, and fresh. I still remember that time, and I really look back at it with a lot of fondness. That I'm glad that I did those films and that work also.
Lovely. Yami, it truly feels that you found your calling, and you have found yourself and what you love within the experience. So good to see that and to know that. Perfect. Thank you so much, Yami. It was so lovely.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you so much, Himani.
Thank you so much, Himani.
Bye.